Hello explorers, today I'm going to share with you how to pick a good hostel. If you have any tips or questions, don't forget to leave them down in the comment section below. While hostels aren't my preferred type of accommodation, they are a great way of exploring the world on a budget. I think the reputation of hostels is changing, especially over the last 5 years or so. We're seeing many more hostels offer single rooms rather than dormitories. Also, there are lots of luxurious hostels that are appearing on the market. So I think hostels are changing, they are becoming much nicer places to stay in. My first tip is not to necessarily choose the cheapest hostel, because at the end of the day you do want to have a comfortable sleep when you're exploring the world and you've got a 80 or 90 litre backpack on your back. So take your time searching around, do your research, but don't always go for the cheapest. Try and find something which is within your budget but is going to be a little bit more comfortable. My next tip is to choose the location wisely. The last thing that you want to be doing is staying in a hostel dormitory where crime in the area is high. Also try and find somewhere that is really well connected with the public transport and also has plenty of restaurants and bars and things to do nearby. When you are travelling around the world with a backpack, you have a lot of your worldly possessions in there. You might be carrying your laptop or mobile phone or camera gear, so it's really important that you find somewhere where you have a secure space to secure all of your items, including clothes and money and cards. So make sure that the place that you're staying in has lockers or somewhere for you to be able to secure your items easily. If the hostel doesn't have any lockers, then personally I wouldn't book to stay there. It's really important that you have somewhere to secure your items. Now, some hostels will offer a locker for free and some will charge. It's worth looking into that before you book, because that might add on an additional cost that you're not expecting if you are comparing prices for your trip. My next tip is to find somewhere that is clean, because the last thing you want to do is to go into a shower or the toilet and find that it's pretty nasty. Obviously, what you've got to remember when you're staying in a hostel is that a lot of the time you are sharing toilets and showers. So yeah, just have a look through the reviews. I keep saying the reviews, but I think they're really important just to kind of get a grasp of how clean the place is. When you are travelling on a budget, it's really easy to always book the cheapest place. But what I would say to you is don't sacrifice important features to save money. Things like a 24-hour reception desk are really important when you're arriving in a destination late at night. Or if during the night you have an issue, at least you've got somebody there to call upon. Things like kitchens and common rooms are really important because you want to save money by maybe buying your own food and cooking. You don't want to have to go out and eat every day, and if the hostel has got a kitchen and it's a little bit more money than somewhere that hasn't, it's worth spending that money. My next tip is around the check-in and check-out times. What you sometimes find with hostels is that the check-in time is quite late into the day. So if you've been travelling overnight on a bus and you are absolutely shattered, you arrive in the destination at 8 o'clock in the morning but you cannot check in until 4 p.m, then that's going to cause a problem because you need sleep, you want to relax, you need to chill out. So make sure you bear that in mind when you are planning your travels and booking accommodation. I suppose my next tip is really for people in my age group, in their 40s. If you are like me and you want somewhere which is comfortable, relaxed and chilled out, and you can get a good night's sleep, then definitely make sure you don't choose a hostel which has a big social partying scene. You don't want to be laid in bed at 3 o'clock in the morning and hearing the bump, bump, bump of dance music and people enjoying themselves. There's nothing wrong with people enjoying themselves and getting drunk and having a good time. But me personally, I like to get a good night's sleep because the next morning I like to go out and explore. Those are my tips for choosing a hostel. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up for me. If you're new to this channel, please click on that subscribe button and the bell notification icon. And if you've got any questions or tips about choosing or booking hostels, then please leave them down in the comments. Until next time, explorers, take care of yourself and don't forget to explore.